Welcome back to the Rose Gallery. This is Asura. And Asura's pissed.
पृथ्वी के चारों राज्यों पर विजय प्राप्त करके राजा हसीरामा ने एक नए साम्राज्य का गठन किया। एकजुट होकर ये अब देव साम्राज्य के नाम से जाना जाता है। वे अब अपने वफादार परिषद सेनापतियों के साथ कुरुक्षेत्र के पराक्रम सिंहासन पर बैठकर पूरे साम्राज्य पर राज करते। महाराजा अपने सेनापतियों के साथ राजसभा में बैठे थे जब एक अजनबी ने उनके कक्ष में प्रवेश किया। अपना परिचय देते हुए योगी ने राजा के सामने एक मंत्र जपना शुरू कर दिया। योगी ने राजाओं के राजा को अपनी बात ध्यान से सुनने का अनुरोध किया और कहा कि एक बुरा समय उनके राज्य का विनाश करने वाला है। आपका परिवार, आपके लोग, आपका पूरा राज्य नष्ट हो जाएगा जब तक कि बलि नहीं चढ़ाई जाएगी, एक खून का बलिदान। योगी की ये बात सुनकर राजा आश्चर्यचकित हो गए। व्याकुल होकर राजा ने ये निर्धारित कर दिया कि भगवान के इस अनुरोध का पालन वो करके ही रहेंगे। राजा ने अपने पूरे राज्य में इस घटना का समाचार दे दिया ताकि वे इस भविष्यवाणी को पूरा कर सके। अपने सैनिकों को पूरे राज्य में भेजते हुए उन्होंने एक नश्वर को बलिदान के रूप में उनके राजसभा में प्रस्तुत करने की आज्ञा दी। मासूम व्यक्ति की जान लेना राज्य के कानून के खिलाफ था। इस कारण सैनिकों ने निम्न जाति के समाज पर आक्रमण करने की योजना बनाई। ऐसे ही एक आक्रमण में सेनापति ने एक बच्चे को अपने जीवन के लिए छुपते हुए देखा। लड़के को देखते ही उन्होंने अपने सारे सैनिकों के साथ उसका पीछा करना शुरू कर दिया। बच्चे ने उनके हाथों से बच निकलने की पूरी कोशिश की। आखिरकार वो उनके हाथ आ ही गया। बच्चे को राजा के दरबार में अनुष्ठान के लिए एक दानों से बांध दिया गया था। सर नीचे, लड़के के मुंह पर कोई भाव नहीं था, वो शांत था। हमारे प्रभु ने एक आखिरी बार बच्चे की तरफ देखते हुए अनुष्ठान को शुरू करने की आज्ञा दी। मंत्र जपना शुरू हुआ और दानों पर आग लगा दी गई। पहले तो चारों ओर मशाल को देखकर लड़का रोने लगा, लेकिन जैसे ही ज्वाला उसके त्वचा को छूने लगी, उसका रोना क्रोध की चीख में बदल गया। उसी समय एक रहस्यमयी ऊर्जा राजसभा के ऊपर की ओर प्रकट हुई। ऐसा लग रहा था कि बच्चे की चीख उस ऊर्जा को और उत्तेजित कर रही है। अंत में उस ऊर्जा के प्रखरते ही पूरे राज्यसभा और पूरे राज्य को कुछ समय के लिए अंधा कर दिया। तेज कम होने पर तब पता चला कि दानव नष्ट हो गया था और बच्चे का भी कोई नामो निशान नहीं पाया गया। राजा ने अपने प्रजा और अपने राज्य को विनाश से बचा लिया था। इस घटना के बाद पूरे राज्य ने राजा हसीरामा को ईश्वर राजा के नाम से घोषित किया।
उन्होंने ये सोच लिया कि मेरा विनाश हो गया, लेकिन वही उनकी सबसे बड़ी भूल थी। 4 राक्षस देवताओं ने मुझे अपनी चरण में ले लिया था। एक अनुष्ठान प्रदर्शन करते हुए उन्होंने मुझे अपनी सभी क्षमताओं के साथ शापित कर दिया। अपना बलिदान करते हुए उन्होंने मुझे एक नया रूप दिया। पूरे देव समाज को अब अपनी गलतियों का भुगतान करना होगा। अब मैं क्या किया? मैं आ रहा हूं। मैं हूं असुरा।
Oh man, that Asura, he sure is bent out of shape about getting murdered. Oh geez. Oh, let's pick a character. This is our default character, the red Asura. He is melee focused and kind of a good all-arounder. As you play the game, you unlock different characters by leveling up in certain ways. This is a range specialist, a big hammer guy with a lot of health, and our magic user. But we're going to stick with red for now. You also get to choose a chakra. You unlock these by beating bosses, and they are bonuses that carry with you throughout the run. For instance, immunity to freezing, or ranged weapons cost less stamina. But I'm going to go with Yan, which is you can enter any locked room without a key. And with that, we'll start. So as the loading screen says, our job is to go through 5 fortresses and kill 5 bosses. And a bunch of little guys on the way. So as can be seen, Asura is a hack and slash top-down game. And we also got our first level up pretty quick. So to go over these quickly, they fall into 4 different categories. Green, which is stamina and ranged weapons. Purple, which is magic. Yellow, which is health and utility in general. And red, which is melee and damage. So the cool thing about this game is that your upgrade tree is randomly generated, so it will be different every run. Looks like of the choices we got here, Shakti is probably the best. It increases our melee weapon damage, and we can upgrade it a second time later for even more. By the way, I apologize for my pronunciation. I'm going to butcher the name of everything in this game. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. So as I was saying, there's a lot of hacking and slashing. We start with a club, which is not great, but serviceable. We also start with a bow. Bows are great, but they use ammo. So when you kill people, you can either scavenge them for money or absorb them for XP. And I would generally recommend doing XP for about 3 or 4 levels before you start getting gold. But gold will be important eventually. You'll also notice enemies have colors as well. Ranged are green, red are melee, purple are spellcasters. And I think there might be some yellows, but I don't remember what they are, if there are. Yellow might be bosses. Alright, we got our next upgrade. I'm going to go with Fosla. Makes our range bonus better the further away we attack, and also gives us a point of stamina. Stamina can be seen at the bottom left of the screen. All weapons cost stamina, mostly. Some weapons cost 0. One of the reasons bows are so good is that they don't cost stamina. So now we're going to get a bit of money. We found our first piece of armor too. Armor will always give you an HP bonus, but it also has certain other stuff like bonus stamina or bonus health, depending on what kind of armor it is. And this bow is a little better, but it costs stamina. We're going to grab it, sure. So other things you can run into in a fortress are arsenal chests. These have weapons inside them. This is a ranged weapon, a spear. It does decent damage, but it costs stamina. It costs 2 precisely, so I'm going to skip it. Another armor piece. And this is a shop where we could buy health potions if we had money. But we don't. Here we have a forge where we can create a random weapon, armor, or just get more arrows for our bow. And here we have the boss room. So this is not the boss that I like. This is the least good boss of the 3 you can get here. Because he is a ranged-based enemy. We can still show why the bow is so good, though. So this bow costs 1 stamina, which is not great, but you can see even with 1 stamina going, the DPS on this thing is kind of insane. Now normally ranged enemies are weak to melee attacks, and vice versa. Melee enemies are weak to ranged attacks, but this bow is better than our melee weapon, so I just stuck with it. On the bright side, we got a much better melee weapon. It might deal poison, and it just does more damage. Some better armor, and some more meat, which is our healing item. My goal for this run is going to be find a good bow. Because the DPS on bows is insane, as I said. The main drawback is that they cost ammo. So you have to ration out your quivers. But it looks like I have quite a few. So we're at a good start. Let's see what the next rung of upgrades will give us. +2 ranged weapon damage against melee enemies. A healing spell that's not too good. And a lightning magic. The lightning magic is actually not bad. So let's grab that. Normally I like to save spells for bosses, but I think we'll show it off when we get a chance. Like right now. Now notice on the bottom I have the number 8 as a cooldown. I have to kill 8 enemies before I can do that again. Which should be easy before I find a boss. Now I'm going to conserve arrows and use this nice new sword that I have. I also got burnt. When you get the burn status, a timer will tick down. If you can't cure it before then with an item, then you lose a piece of your armor. You also sometimes just lose armor for getting hit, which is uncool. Alright, so we're going to buy a second magic spell, the Whirlwind, and that one we will save for the boss. So here's something interesting. This is a spell. It is a ranged weapon. It does not cost arrows to use, but it does cost more stamina. And I'm going to skip it for now because it's a little slow. Although, you know what? No, let's just grab it. We'll grab it and face off against the boss in a second. Right now I'm dropping a teleporter. I can teleport back there at any time, which is a super good and useful feature to have in a roguelite. I wish more games had it. now that we got our spells recovered, let's take a shot at that boss. We'll drop both our spells. And try out our new spell as well. Easy work. Even better, looks like we got a really good bow. It costs no stamina and does pretty decent damage. We'll heal up a bit. Grab this gauntlet. It's green to signify it is a stamina increasing weapon. Fill up our arrows with our quivers, and then I think we're off to the races. We're making pretty decent progress here. Probably a little underleveled, but I think we'll be okay. So here we're going to start to see some pillars, which will shoot energy at us, and a bunch of these big boys who can deal some pretty good damage if they get a hit in. Thankfully, they're not very good at their job. I will say, even though I really like this game, combat is probably the weakest part. Generally, it's pretty easy to just shimmy up to someone, walk backward, and then take advantage of your attack and run away. The general strategy is move in a circle around the room, attacking when you can, dodging every other time. Now I could use arrows, but I just don't want to waste the resource. Oh, I got stunned. Like I said, those guys do big damage. Thankfully, I had a lot of meat. Alright. That didn't go great. This, though, is an extremely good skill. So I throw a magic hammer, and if it hits and kills, I replenish all my HP. Probably one of the most useful spells in the game. And one that I'm going to need very soon. My damage is sadly looking a little poor. Alright, let's hit this guy with the hammer. Get all our health back. We'll finish this guy off. It's all good.
मेरी ताकत बढ़ गई है।
So I'm thinking we'll grab the range damage upgrade. Although those magic spells are also pretty good. So we could use a lot more levels, actually. Maybe I should stop scavenging for a bit. That glyph coming in handy, opening those doors. I don't know about that. I am on fire though, which is unfortunate. Again, thought I was kind of in the middle. Might need to use my hammer spell real soon. And done. Alright, you know what? We're going back to scavenging real quick. So that over there is an arena room. You usually get a chest if you beat it. And I think I'm not especially into that right now, considering I'm on kind of low health. 2 arena rooms. That is a spell. It would replace our bow, which I don't want. Extra note about this game is I'm doing this run on hard mode. There's 4 modes. There's normal, hard, very hard, and God, please don't do this mode. Normal is a little too easy. Hard is kind of just right. I say, even though I've died the past 5 times I've tried to record this. I have yet to crack the very hard mode, but I'm working on it. our next level up, let's see what we get. Chance to poison enemies on attack. That sounds not bad. But I'm thinking we're gonna stick with some more magic. I just did something really stupid. Alright, we got a forge here. I want to forge some arrows. And I suppose I will also forge some armor for myself, because I kind of need it. Alright, we're gonna go for the boss. You know, I've always wanted to try this on a boss. Usually it'll explicitly say if something doesn't work on a boss. So you know what? We're gonna give this a shot. This might be the end of the run. It does work. Okay. We might be in business. That is kind of insane. This is also a nice hammer. I'm gonna grab this, yeah. Now, just to clarify what happened there. The bow I picked up is a magic item. And once per level, you can shoot an arrow that will instantly kill any enemy. And it turns out, that also applies to bosses. That's pretty good. The bad news is I'm without a ranged weapon. But the good news is it doesn't matter because I never really used it anyway. Oh, these guys are annoying. They just walk around and lay traps. So I guess we're just gonna level up. Get our arrow back. Another thing I like about this game, there are ways you can just break it. Which I kind of love in a roguelite. I don't think it should happen every time. I think it should be a rare occurrence. But I think there should be items that just break the game if you get them. That's what makes multiple runs fun. Because sometimes you can just find something insane. Also, I should heal up soon. This is a guardian chest. If I open it, I will pick a fight. And I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not sure why I can't eat my food. You know what? There we go. Alright, so here's our shop again. There's nothing there that I really want now. I used to want arrows, but now I have this bow. Uh-oh, frozen. Thankfully there was nothing in the room to take advantage of it. Alright, so for our final level... I'm going to improve my hammer ability. And then I think I'm going to go into scavenge mode after this. These lasers this guy is shooting at me, by the way, will freeze me if they touch me for too long of a period. Alright, one more to go. That is pretty tempting. But I think the hammer is doing me good work for now. What I could use is a forge to get myself some armor. Some more armor. That is in fact a forge. Alright, so what do I want? I need gauntlets. That'll do the trick. Ooh, that was close. Alright. Let's get all this health back. And here's our boss. God, that feels satisfying. Totally fair. Oh no, I burnt myself. Let's see what this eye does. Nothing interesting. Alright, so let's head to the last level of the game. Video's getting a little long, so we'll try to get this done quick. We will, however, need to get at least one level to refresh our bow. Getting hit with that, by the way, is, as you might expect, pretty bad news. You will get stunned, and then they will follow up with a 1-2 that'll pretty much kill you. Now this is a decent sword. I'm going to stick with the hammer, though. Oh man, this room is a mess. Just want to test out our mass lightning spell. Alright, that'll charge our bow back up. We can grab another upgrade. Let's say... another mass lightning. If we could find a forge, that would be excellent. Actually, we already found a forge. It's way down there. And I think up north is the boss room, actually. So we might be in business. If I don't get myself killed. Hammer to the rescue. Meat to the rescue. That is worse armor, so let's skip that. Let's finish the job.
यह असंभव है। हमने तो भगवान के आदेशों का पालन किया था। हमने उनके लिए खून का बलिदान चढ़ाया था, लेकिन तुम फिर भी जग गए राक्षस। भविष्यवाणी झूठी थी और सब एक चाल थी। राक्षसों के राजाओं को एक नाशवान की जरूरत थी, जो तुमने स्वेच्छा से दिया। तुमने एक मासूम की जान ली थी हसीनामा। मैं अब तुम्हें नष्ट करने वाला हूं। किंतु हम तो सिर्फ ईश्वर की आज्ञाओं का पालन कर रहे थे असुरा। हम नहीं चाहते थे कि ऐसा हो। अब बहुत देर हो चुकी मनुष्य। कैसी विडंबना की बात है। ये एक राजा मेरे सामने सर झुकाए बैठा है। उठ और देख अपने अंत को। इसकी शुरुआत तुमने खुद की थी। सर्वनाश हो। हसीनामा। राजा के विनाश के कारण अब मुझे कोई नहीं रोक सकता। उनके राज्य ने हमें और हमारे लोगों का विनाश किया था, और अब मेरी बारी है। मैं आ रहा हूं। राक्षसों के राजा अब आ रहे हैं।
And that's Asura. Do I feel bad about cheesing the last two bosses? A little bit. Am I gonna do it again? No!